Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the outlet. Alright, so we're gonna start it off. First of all, y'all should also like and share this, by the way. Um, but yeah, so in the news today, something to know: Jay-Z is now officially a billionaire, the first billionaire rapper, which is crazy, right? But we knew eventually it was gonna happen, right? So it has officially happened. Um, from an article, I'm gonna read you out this article right that I seen in Complex. It says Jay Z has amassed a fortune that amounts to 1 billion, but how did he get there, right? So that's the title. And it says, according to Forbes, the Brooklyn rapper cinched the title through investments in liquor, art, real estate, and shares in growing companies like Uber. He's also one of the only few entertainers to become a billionaire and the first rap artist to do so. His accent from the Mercy, his ascent from the Marcy houses in Brooklyn to starting Rockefeller Records and releasing his 1996 debut Reasonable Doubt was no easy feat. He's had a business-oriented mind from the beginning, launching Rockaware in 1999, which he sold in 2007 for 204 million. He also co-owns, I don't know how to say this, DUC with Bacardi, um, and so that's liquor. I think vodka. And acquiring and relaunching Tidal, and that's the streaming service. And then the article goes on to say, frequent collaborator Swish Beats shared how impressed he is with Ho's business acumen and explained how he's a role model for others. It's bigger than hip hop. It's the blueprint for our culture. A guy that looks like us, sounds like us, loves us, made it to something that we always felt that was above us, Swish told Ford. I never thought that, by the way, but yeah, that's how a lot of us do think. But yeah. Anywho, um, it goes on to say, if he's a billionaire now, imagine what he's about to be, he continued, because he's only just starting. And that's what the whole black community, right? We just starting again, like we starting over, I guess you could say. Um, Trying to resurrect our old kingdom, I guess you could say, or maybe we're just creating a new kingdom. But anyway, Forrest um, calculated that Hove has around 220 million in cash and investments, which includes an estimated 70 million stake in Uber that he's purchased for $2 million in 2013. He's invested $1 million in the Usse and 310 million in his champagne. Armand de Bragnac. I'm messing up so many names I know. As for music enterprises, he has 100 million title, which he purchased for 60 million in 2015, 75 million in Rockefeller, and another 75 million in his own music catalog. He has 70 million invested in his art collection, which includes Bisquat's Mecca. I know I probably messed that name up too. That he reportedly purchased for 4.5 million in 2013, and lastly, 50 million in real estate, which includes properties in Tribeca, East Hampton, and Bel Air. So Jay-Z's been making some moves, man. Like big time moves, right? Like I remember when, well, I don't remember when it came out, but I actually listened to it when I got older, man. I was in love with his first CD, The Reasonable Doubt. Blueprint was another one of my favorites. And then he just went straight conscious, right? On that last album, was it 440? 444? So yeah, man, I mean Jay-Z's been doing it. He just started businesses, right, and invested, right? It's what you're supposed to do in a capitalist society. But yeah, big ups to Jay. And Beyonce is probably gonna be not too far behind, right? Billionaires, both of them, probably. Well, Jay Z is a billionaire, but Beyonce is about to be too soon. So that's big, man. I wonder how far is P Diddy and Dr. Dre, because I know they were supposed to have been pretty close also at one time. Even though a lot of people in the conscious community are not fans of Dr. Dre, right? Because he gave all that money to University of Southern California. He basically gave them like millions of dollars, right? He didn't give it to any HBCU, but he gave a bunch of money, millions of dollars, to University of Southern California. And I think his daughter's now in that school, so we kind of know why he did it, right? So yeah, I mean, but there's other rappers also making moves, right? I hear D1's doing big things. Ice Cube, he's still doing movies. He got the what is it, the Big Three? Actually haven't watched any of the games, but I'll probably check it out though soon. So yeah, man, it's a lot of rappers trying to make moves. Not everybody's one of those mumble rappers, I guess you could say. Let me see. Next up, we got Carmela Harris is in the news. She's one of the presidential candidates. What happened with her? A protester interrupted her while she was giving a speech. Um, Basically, he snatched the microphone from her, and and then he gave a rant, and he was escorted from the stage. Um, they say she was in San Francisco at the Move On. It was at the Move On uh, Big Ideas Forum, discussing her plan to close. This is from an article I read not too long ago. Discussing her plan to close the gender pay gap when a protester walked onto the stage. Harris appeared more confused than scared as the man took the microphone from her hand and began speaking to the crowd. According to Politico, the protester was blocked by moderator and off-duty Dora Maliji warrior. I don't know what that that last word was. Karen John, John Pirro before being surrounded by security. Harris, meanwhile, walked off the stage. The Dante way they initially tried to take the mic from the speech interrupter, and the length of time taken for this intruder to be escorted off the stage showed just how lax security was at this event. It's scary to think of the possibilities. And as the protester was being taken off the stage, another hostess can be heard saying, "Thank you so much, sir, for your big idea. But we want to make sure that we are able to get through this. It's okay, folks. It's okay. People have their own big ideas." And y'all can go watch the video if y'all want. I should go find it. Let me see, can I go find it? Hold on. Let me see, can I find it real quick? Hopefully my laptop's or my internet's working correctly. Let's see. Okay, let's see. We're moving a little slow, just a tad bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Alright, so let's see, can I find it? Alright, it's taken. Look like we oh, there we go. There we go. And I found it. Here we go.
Question, Senator, on implementation of your big idea on the gender pay gap. Not everyone works for a corporation. Yes. And a big. It's
Hi. Thank you so much, sir, for your big idea. But we want to make sure that we are able to get through this. Okay, it's okay, folks. It's okay. People have their own big ideas. They have their own big ideas. But we also want to make sure that we are being respectful to our folks that have come here to speak to us. So here's what we're going to do. Yeah, we want that ass back. Come
We need a mic. All right.
Don't worry.
I'm so sorry. You have a question, and I want to answer. You have a question.
Big ideas for.
Yes. Okay, we're going to actually go to a move on member question, which is from Ryan from South Carolina, who asks, what steps will you take to gain and protect the rights and lives of all LGBTQ people?
Welcome. Let's.
So yeah, that happened. And I don't know why the security took so long to come over there, right? I don't know, but hey, maybe they didn't think he was dangerous, or anybody there was dangerous. Let's see. The protester later said to Politico, "I live in Oakland, and I'm one of Kamala Harris' constituents. I came to the Move On Big Idea Forum today because there's one big idea that all of the 2020 presidential candidates are ignoring, which is that is by raising and slaughtering billions of animals every year, not only are we completely undermining our values as a nation of compassionate animal lovers, but we are literally preparing to drive our society off a cliff. Animal agriculture is one of the leading causes of climate change." Hmm. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's an accurate statement. Animal agriculture is one of the leading causes of climate change. I would have to do some research on that. But yeah, so he was one of those animal rights people that literally just took the mic from Kamala Harris while she was trying to give a speech. Hmm. The disrespect. Okay. When Politico asked about the lack of respect for Harris' time on stage, the protester replied, "We've done everything we could to try to start this conversation through normal channels. We reached out to all the campaigns, including Carmela's. We reached out to Move On and pretty much have been completely ignored." Politico reports that the man was not charged with any misdemeanors and was let go after being escorted outside of the building. How did he not get arrested? I just want to know that. Why he didn't get arrested? Is it because of his skin's a little bit lighter? I know people are like, "Oh, you playing a race?" I ain't playing a race card. If he was black, he probably would have. He probably would have got arrested. But anyway, he was a white guy, by the way. But it goes on to say, "It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry." Harris told the crowd after the man was taken off the premises. She then told the moderator, "You had a question I want to answer." The event went on as planned. Hmm. Harris' husband, Douglas Elfhoff, I guess that's how you say that last name, who helped escort the protest off stage, later tweeted that the couple are good. Hmm. Carmella got her a white man. Okay. The protester has been identified along with the organization he represents. They get no public shine over here. There are plenty of other more productive ways of being heard, particularly one that don't involve the disrespect and silencing of a black woman or black women. Okay. So yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I, I don't really have any feelings on the situation. It's kind of messed up though, real disrespectful how he just snatched it out of hand. But then again though, Carmella has a white man. Anyway, so other things in the news: a man commits a mass shooting in Virginia Beach City. Okay, man, it's been like so many shootings, like it's like crazy, like just nothing but gunshots everywhere. People just mass shooting. I mean, what's in the water? I don't know. Um, from what I understand, investigators are still trying to get a better picture of what led to a Virginia Beach city engineer to bring two handguns to work on a Friday, empty extended magazines in a deadly shooting spree. I got that from some article, by the way. So he was a Virginia Beach city engineer. Another white guy, man. Everybody just opening up fire, man. It's crazy. And even if you did like pass new gun laws, like is that really gonna deter anything? Is it gonna prevent anything? I mean, people gonna find a way to get guns, right? And nobody's gonna give up the guns they already have, right? So I don't know, man. There's not a lot we can really do about that. I always hear Democrats talking about passing new gun laws, and I'm not completely against it, but like, even if you did pass it, like, it's not gonna really solve the problem, though. We need solutions, man. Just like the black community, we need solutions. But let me get back to this article. At a gathering of some 4,000 city employees Monday afternoon, city manager Dave Hansen stood on a stage and admitted to his staff that he still didn't know why the gunman Dwayne Craddock did what he did. I guess I said his name right. Hansen told CNN. And they said this guy and killed 12 people and also injured others before the police killed him in a shootout. Wow. Everybody let loose, man. I guess we all just gotta get the carrying, right? Anyway, let me see what else it says. While rumors have circulated among city workers that the gunman was recently disciplined or set to be fired, senior officials in Virginia Beach expressed confidence that Craddock was not on the verge of being forced out of his job. Mm-hmm. Then it says on Monday, the city released a letter of resignation. Craddock submitted on Friday, hours before the shooting. An engineer in the city's public utilities department, he said he was submitting his 2 weeks notice due to personal reasons, adding it has been a pleasure to serve the city. Okay. Okay. Man, these white boys is just going bonkers on people, man. Um, At a meeting Sunday morning of the city's top officials, the director of the Public Utilities Department said that his department had no plans to fire Craddock, according to one city official who was present for the meeting. I keep hearing that everybody's going back and forth that he was going to get fired and he wasn't going to get fired. I don't know. At a press conference later that day, Henson delivers the news publicly to the extent that the subject's employment status has anything to do with these events. That will be part of the ongoing investigation. However, he was not terminated and he was not in the process of being terminated, Henson said. Henson also said Sunday that nothing indicated Craddock was an employee in bad standing. To my knowledge, the perpetrator's performance was satisfactory. He was in good standing within his department and that there were no issues of discipline ongoing, Henson said. That conclusion was based on information from other city officials familiar with Craddock's employment status, although he was not informed about the shooter's full disciplinary record, the city. Somebody pissed this guy off, man. He just literally just started popping, out of nowhere. Somebody did something. Or maybe he just went crazy. Maybe just said, bump life. Just pop, pop, just bust. Start busting. I mean, that's possible, right? I guess that's plausible. This is America. Um, as of Sunday, officials were unable to access the computers that would have housed Craddock's disciplinary records because of the active crime scene. The official said. Immediate details of Craddock's employment status was more difficult to learn because his supervisor was among the victims. Oh wow, he had popped his supervisor. Wow, it's dangerous to work nowadays, right? Mm. Anywho, Yeah, he popped the supervisor. It goes on to say it was not clear if authorities were able to access those HR records as of Monday. Some parts of the building, too, where police said Craddock killed city workers and injured others in a protracted gun battle, have only just been reached by investigators. Hmm. So it looked like he was in a little gun battle. These boys out here playing cowboys and robbers. They having gunfights for real. Mm-mm. How they said you don't want that smoke. Anyway, on Monday, authorities have access the first time the second floor have access for the first time the second floor where much of the carnage occurred, according to a person with direct knowledge of the investigation. A spokeswoman for the FBI, which is leading the evidence recovery effort, declined to comment on the investigation. Early Monday, the FBI spokeswoman Christina Pollin said investigators would likely remain on the scene through the week processing the crime scene. Man, wasn't there just like a how many mass shootings have we had this year? Like it's crazy, right? Didn't they just have one not too long ago at some school, a school in Colorado, I think. Man, this one happening almost every day. It look like we gonna have to start giving kids guns to go to school in this thing, man. It's crazy. All these shootings. Uh, oh, I seen some that said it's a study I've seen. It says white meat is just as bad for you as red beef when it comes to your cholesterol level. Okay, is that debate not over yet? Okay. Um. So in this study, to all the people that's into food, right? In this study it says that red meat or white meat debate is a draw. Eating white meat, such as poultry, will have an identical effect on your cholesterol level as eating red beef. New research indicates. I don't know, man. It's like they keep they keep doing studies, and then later on they do a new study, and then that study contradicts what they said earlier. So now they're saying this study is correct now. I'm like, man, y'all need to get it right. What's different from this study than the last study? Anyway, the long-held belief that eating white meat is less harmful for your heart may still hold true because there may be other effects from eating red meat that contribute tongue twister contribute to cardiovascular disease, said the University of California, San Francisco researchers. This needs to be explored in more detail, they added. Non-meat proteins such as vegetables, dairy, legumes, including beans, show the best cholesterol benefit according to the new study published Tuesday in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Bad cholesterol can lead to heart disease. Mm-hmm. It is well known that, and that's also a problem in our community, by the way, heart disease. Like, eat all that that meat, really, it's the meat. The meat is the culprit. But yeah, man, and I've been seeing a lot of people though like trying to become vegans now too. That's like a new thing. I even seen Jay-Z and Beyonce like actually advocating for it publicly. Um, for more people to go vegan, which is cool, right? I want to see my people healthy, right? Need to avoid that diabetes. You know what I'm saying? We got a Barry Sanders that shake it. Barry Sanders was running back, by the way, to all my younger people that hears this. Um, Running back that played for Detroit Lions back in the day. But I'm young too, so I probably shouldn't even know that. But anyway, yeah, man. So meat, man. I don't know. I thought about actually going vegan. or vegetarian. I gotta find out what's the difference again between those two. I forgot. Somebody told me a long time ago. Like you can eat like one you don't eat dairy or something like that. You don't eat dairy, but the other one you can eat dairy. I think. I don't know, but it says bad cholesterol can lead to heart disease. It is well known that saturated fats increase the concentration of LDL or bad cholesterol in your bloodstream, and if this harmful waxy substance builds up in your arteries, the result could be a heart attack or stroke. Oh, increase the concentration of bad cholesterol in your bloodstream, and if this harmful waxy substance builds up in your artery. So yeah, and then it says saturated fats, most of which come from animal sources, include butter, beef fat, and poultry skin. Mm. Hmm. Okay. Dietitians have assumed that the generally high saturated fat content of red meat contributes to cardiovascular disease risk. Yet no one has adequately tested this theory, according to the researchers, and so they put the long-held belief to the test. Hmm. I'm at the. I think I'm gonna try it real soon. I'm gonna try it vegetarian, but I like meat though, right? So maybe just find the leanest meat. I don't know. I'll think of some. Um, I seen some article on Mashable. Right? It said CO2 just hit an all-time record, but that's not the worst of it. It almost sounded like the article was fear mongering, right? But a lot of people have been talking about the climate. That's something that AOC has been talking about, right? Um, and AOC is Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Um, yes, that's something she's been talking about, and a lot of people are just advocating. We gotta stop. This climate, right? Destroying the climate. Then you got the Republican side saying that this is not true, and so you get this back and forth, right? Hmm. But a lot of scientists are saying, right, that climate change is real, right? So would all these scientists be lying? Like, what do they get out of lying? Like, are they getting paid for lying? Like, and if they're not lying, why aren't we doing more, right? But anyway, let me get back to this article. It says the rapid rise continues relentlessly. The Scripps Institution of Oceanography and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced Tuesday that the average carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere during May rounded up to 414.8 parts per million, or ppm, the highest monthly number on record and the peak of 2019. While Earth's CO2 trend has been skyrocketing overall, compared to both geologic and historic levels, each year the potent greenhouse gas wavers down during the warm growing season, when flourishing trees and plants in the northern hemisphere temporarily soaks up CO2 from the air. This ever rising, though saw-like line is called the Keeling curve. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, this article look like it's gonna be really nerdy. Like, let me see. I'll read a little bit more, just a little bit more. Um, but 414.88 ppm. While the highest monthly CO2 level in recorded history, it's not the only number that's critical to appreciate. The other is 3.5 ppm. That noted scrapes is the leap in CO2 ppm since last May. It's the second highest year-to-year jump on record and smashes average CO2 increases from earlier decades. After the Scripes monitoring station atop Hawaii's towering Mayo Leo went online in 1959, and I probably say that wrong. CO2 rose around just 0.7 ppm per year in the early decades of operation. Then in the 1990s, the rate increased to 1.5 ppm per year. The last decade has averaged 2.2 ppm. Uh, huh. So basically, climate change is supposed to be happening, and it's supposed to be damaging a lot of stuff, right? That's all cool, you know. Well, it's not cool if it's really true, but anyway, if it's true, we need to get to do some more. You know, we need to really get at it if it's really true. I know AOC got the what is it, the Green New Deal, and then she claims it's gonna be jobs. And usually when politicians say it's gonna be jobs in a bill, usually there really ain't no jobs in the bill, or it's like temporary jobs, right? A lot of times. But hey, maybe maybe this is different, right? I don't trust AOC just because she got a white man, right? I don't trust him. Then she was Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party. I mean, I ain't heard them say a lot about that crime bill, right? They all went along with Bill Clinton on that, and now they got Joe Biden trying to be the front runner. I'm like, really, Joe Biden? Come on, not Joe. He gonna continue the same old, the status quo, where the black community is basically gonna be at the bottom, right? I don't think he would pass reparations, right? Yeah, I brought reparations back up because we gotta get our reparations, man. And I know they don't wanna. Seem like they trying to go away from it, right? Move or deflect. But anywho, yeah. Oh, something else that was in the news, right? I don't even be watching sports like that, right? But I kept seeing this one post when I was on social media, right? And there was this boxer getting knocked out, and I looked it up like, what everybody talking about? And it's this guy named, I think it's Anthony Joshua. They say he's from Britain, and he's like this big buff guy. And what happens is he gets knocked out. He's like cut up and everything, right? But the problem is, it's the bad part about it. It's not that he got knocked out. The bad part is who he got knocked out by. It's this Mexican guy that looks like he's out of shape. He really looks like he's out of shape, right? I mean, he's kind of like chubby, but and then he was like 6'2", and Anthony Joshua was like 6'6". So and his longer arms. I think he had like a 80, might have been it was 82 or 84, and the other guy, the Mexican, had like a 72 inch reach, somewhere in there. So he was in the 70s, and the other guy was in the 80s, and he actually knocked Anthony Joshua out, right? I was looking at it like, wow, like that really happened. And I seen it. I watched like some highlights, and the dude got knocked down a couple of times, man. And then that last one, I think the ref just stopped it. Yeah, he just stopped the fight. But yeah, man, I don't know, but that really happened, which was insane to me. But it did really happen. Anyway, British, y'all, what happened, man? Y'all ain't trained your boy right. What the gyms at? I mean, what's going on in Britain? Y'all gonna have to let somebody know something. Cause that wasn't supposed to happen like that. I mean, if I'm just looking at it just from my eyesight, like that was not really supposed to happen, but it did. Anyway, oh, okay, I just seen it too. Joshua has an 82 reach, and his name was Andy Riaz. I think that's how you say it, Ruiz. He had a 74-inch reach, and just, I mean, it's just crazy to me how he got beat up though, man. I mean, cause it looked kind of funny to me, right? The way his body was shaped, but like he really did it though. Um, Something else that's in the news. Ti goes off on TMZ, and he went off on him because they reported something about his sister. The name of the article. This is an article I got from the Griot, by the way. Um, and it just says he burns TMZ, calls for a boycott after breaking the news of his sister's cause of death. So Ti wants to boycott him, and it says in the article, Ti dropped the diss of a lifetime when he blasted TMZ and called for a boycott of the news outlet after they broke the news of his late sister's cause of death. And the rapper posted a powerful video calling out TMZ's founder. And I seen some what Ti was doing, some video where he was going off on TMZ. And Harvey, the founder name is Harvey Levine, for greenlighting the story that outlined his sister's death, the cause of her death, and it it also caused a fatal crash, the medical condition. Ti goes, as long as you've known me, Harvey, I've been respectful, I've been cordial, I've been polite, I've been kind, and I've been fair, he said. You just burnt that bridge. I hope your story was worth it. You just burnt that bridge to not just me, but everybody around me. All my family, anybody who stands with me and who stands with Precious will not stand for you. And so, yeah, man, T.I. just like went off. So the media pissed this man off, and yeah, that's how it went. But yeah, let me see. The video goes on to call on his friends, his wife, Tamika Tiny Harris, her group Escape, the Greek organization Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and his industry friends to silence the outlet and boycott them. It didn't take long before the news outlet walked back this story and apologized by saying they got it wrong. Okay, so they actually apologized. Hmm. It says T.I. and his family are hurt and furious, and they have a point, the outlet said. We got it wrong and we regret posting the ME's findings. The original article has also been pulled from the site. Hmm. Well, TMZ, what you do finally got you in trouble. Anyway, um, yeah, man, so that happened. Mm, 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 mm. Man, so much is going on. So much is going on. But anyway, let me see what else I got. Do I got anything else I want to talk about? Oh, President Trump. Did he actually drop the He said he was gonna do some tariffs um on Mexico. I don't know if he did it or not. I know the stock market's been. It actually I think he did good today, but it's been acting crazy though. President Trump, stock market doing flips. Oh, blah 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 blah. Oh, um, something else related to sports. Um, the point guard for Toronto, I think is it Larry? I got his name, but he the point guard for Toronto Raptors. Um, and he was in news for looks like a fan pushed him, but turns out the fan that pushed him was like a partial owner of Golden State Warriors, and he like and looks like they supposed to be like temporarily banning him or something like that. But like this isn't the first time, right? Because like I know Westbrook kept getting into it with fans, like because the fans would say something racist to him. They letting these NBA players know what they really think. Like, yeah, it's no telling what all the stuff they be hearing too. But I know a lot of these NBA players are probably just like, I'm just here to get my money, right? They getting like millions of dollars. At least some of them is. I think the ones on the bench, like it depends, like how high you up. But I think some of them might be getting six figures. And then I don't know how much the G League get paid. But anyway, um, I don't even think all that matters because we need to start our own league anyway. But yeah, um, so that's something that happened. I also seen something else in the news, right? An LGBTQ. Did we? That's a lot of letters. A LGBT couple they got beaten. This happened in I think this was in London. It was in the UK. Let me make sure. It was beating us though. And they're calling it a homophobic attack. Yeah, on so like two white girls beaten on a bus. Wow. Uh, huh. And it says four teenagers have been arrested in connection with a homophobic attack on two women on a London bus that prompted widespread condemnation in the UK. The attack took place on a night bus on May 30th as the couple um, were traveling home from an evening. Let's say to the photograph on Facebook of the aftermath of the attack, showing the pair sitting on the bus covered in blood. Wow, that is crazy. Mm-mm. So much is on. I should call this ass the world turns. But yeah,
In
man.
London,
Oh,
police are calling for witnesses after
I
two
went to this
women were
site.
beaten and robbed of a big
Caught an
attack. I'm going to
ad.
show you an image here. A warning, it is graphic. One of the victims posted this.
I'm gonna read a little bit more of this. In the accompanying account of the attack in English and Spanish, one of the females said that at least 4 men began harassing the couple when they saw them kissing. The group made lewd comments and demanded that they kiss and eventually assaulted and robbed them. Wow, that's crazy. They started behaving like hooligans, demanding that we kiss so they could enjoy watching, calling us lesbians and describing sexual positions, she wrote. Okay. Mm-hmm. Um, it says the Metropolitan Police said 4 males aged between 15 and 18 had been arrested on suspicion of robbery and causing grievous bodily harm. Okay. Um. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough for the news today. I'm gonna see y'all later, man. Like and subscribe. See y'all next time.